Investigators are recommending dozens of animal cruelty charges against a Spanish Fork woman. It was after the discovery of dozens of dogs in extremely poor living conditions. News specialist Andrew Adams has the update from Utah County. Andrew?
We're talking so bad, the investigating officers actually had to destroy their uniforms afterward. The county is now trying to adopt these dogs out after finding them in conditions that are only being described as awful.
Just off of River Bottoms Road is where the investigation began. An anonymous tip came into a Utah County Sheriff's deputy that dogs were being mistreated.
And when he went down there and made contact with an owner there at the house, there's like a 2x2 dog kennel, and there's two small dogs in it, or puppies, that were in really bad shape.
The encounter launched a deeper investigation that spanned close to 2 weeks and led deputies to execute a search warrant here, as well as properties in Orem and Provo.
The conditions they found were deplorable. It was sickening.
Deputies say they found kennels that had not been cleaned. The feces either backed up, piled up, or simply turned to mud.
They described going in there and dry heaving and retching in the effort to be inside there and getting these dogs out.
Detectives seized 55 dogs from the area around this shed alone and 28 from the other two locations. Many deputies said were attention-starved and appeared to have no regular access to food or water.
And there were several people whose clothing or uniforms got so covered with the urine and feces that these dogs were living in that they had to destroy their uniforms.
Investigators say the owner, identified as 38-year-old Stacy Baker, said she was running a breeding operation and sold the dogs. But it appears she didn't have the proper business licensing and kennel permits.
It almost doubled how many dogs we have at the shelter right now.
Caregivers cleaned and treated the dogs. While the owner faces potentially dozens of charges, the hope is to find the pets a better home than they had here.
It was particularly disturbing.
Utah County Sheriff's investigators say they'll be recommending dozens of animal cruelty charges against Baker, including potentially some felonies. She was not taken into custody, but we understand her husband was. He was wanted on a warrant by the FBI. In Utah County, Andrew Adams, KSL 5 News.
All right, thanks a lot.